Welcome back, everyone, to NKW. Now, during the break, Sleepwalker issued a challenge. Now, this is during the break. I'm sorry I wasn't able to get it for you guys, but this is during the break, and Sleepwalker, well, he wants to fight REptile. He wants to do it the Freak versus Freak match. Well, okay, he got his match, but against REptile, I have no idea why. REptile is proclaimed the dirtiest player in NKW, and the fans love him because he will admit it. And the thing is, with REptile, he will beat you and he will hurt you and not care. He will hit you with chairs, he will hit you with tables, he will hit you with ladders, he'll hit you with anything he could possibly throw at you and not care about your well-being. So basically, if you're not healthy and you're going against REptile, REptile doesn't care if he breaks your arm. He'll probably tell you afterwards that you should not have wrestled with me. I will hurt you. Now, but for Sleepwalker, the past 2 weeks, granted he has lost the past 2 weeks, but he has had impressive showings. First, his NKW debut was against Nathan Williams. He had a very impressive showing there. Then last week, he was against the Williams family in a tag team match. And that was a very impressive showing as well. Now here comes REptile. And this has got to be REptile's first singles appearance. Three weeks ago, he was put with his partner Beast in a handicap match against Sam B, and they annihilated him. Then REptile, Beast, and Gore went against T&B, Sam B, and T-Money. And now REptile has got to be in his official singles competition against Sleepwalker. So this should be a good match. Both these competitors, well, they don't know each other, so this should be a good match. They might be more cautious. I'm not sure about REptile, but let's get this one underway. I cannot wait for it. And here we are, Sleepwalker versus REptile. Sleepwalker on the left, REptile on the right. Battle of strengths here. Who's got to get this one? It's got to be REptile. And REptile starts things off with a backbreaker. Man! And then stomping on the face. Well, just like scraping his boot against the face of Sleepwalker. The ref didn't like that. You could tell. Ref was telling him to stop, but REptile doesn't care. And REptile now throwing down Sleepwalker. And again, scraping his boot against the face of Sleepwalker through that mask. Even though Sleepwalker has a mask on, it's not going to really help. And now, REptile Irish whipping him into the corner. Punching him in the face. What do we got here? REptile thinking. And a counter there by Sleepwalker, but just missed that kick there. Takedown by REptile. REptile, obviously, well, the favorite to win this one, as you can see. And REptile punching him in the face. Huge punch to the face! And suplex here. Sleepwalker now finally getting some offense with a very nice suplex, holding REptile a lot longer than it should have been. And now REptile grabbing Sleepwalker and belly-to-belly suplex. Just trying to get something going. And oh man! Sleepwalker showing his strength by tossing REptile literally almost across the ring, almost out of it too. And now REptile, and the arm wrench. And shoulder block by Sleepwalker. Sleepwalker doing his best to stay away from REptile's strikes and everything else. But now REptile with a counter. Now what's REptile got to do here? Stomping on the arm. And again! Scraping his boot across the face and then a knee to the face there. And then an elbow to the back. REptile is one of those guys who does not want to face when he's on a bad day. And huge spine buster by Sleepwalker. If that's one way to keep REptile down, and I'll just keep on doing that, or take out his legs, do something. Just take out one part of the body one at a time on REptile, and you might be able to win this matchup. As he throws him into the corner. Man, grabbing him by the arms now, and picking him up with authority. Pump handle slam. And kicking the back of REptile. Sleepwalker trying to keep it all going here. He does not want REptile to get something going as REptile counters that. And now REptile looks angry. Sleepwalker gets him in a headlock though. And oh, going for the elbow, but REptile with a very nice knee to the gut. And Sleepwalker just tripping him up. Now Sleepwalker working on the arm of REptile. REptile shoving him away. Kick to the gut. Has him in a headlock. REptile trying to do something here. Scoop slam. Slamming him down. Knee to the face. Again, working on the face of Sleepwalker. And REptile going for the demon claw. Man! What that is doing right now, he's contorting the neck, pulling on the arm, so you really can't tap out if you wanted to. You had to scream at the ref, yes. Man, the demon claw, that is not a submission move you want to be in. That is a very painful submission maneuver. Going for the clothesline. Sleepwalker caught him, and it was a huge spine buster. And then a kick to the gut. And REptile pushing him aside. Battle of strength again. Again, REptile gets it. Now REptile bringing him to the ropes. What does REptile have planned here? And Sleepwalker tossing him out of the ring. And now Sleepwalker going outside the ring. REptile is counting REptile with a huge clothesline to the back of Sleepwalker's head. That can cause a concussion. And now REptile has the back of Sleepwalker. And now throwing Sleepwalker with authority back into the ring. And now REptile picking him up. Gets him in the headlock. Getting him to the ropes again. This time REptile throwing him outside the ring. No, Sleepwalker holds on to the ropes. And what's REptile got to do here? Wait, REptile, what's REptile doing? DDT on the mat! On the edge of the mat! And REptile's feeling it! REptile could have killed Sleepwalker. Sleepwalker trying to get back some offense as he gets that huge clothesline there. Now throwing REptile back into the ring. I'm shocked Sleepwalker's able to still walk normally after that one. And again missing the clothesline. Sleepwalker taking advantage with another nice spine buster. Sleepwalker trying to get something going. And a nice takedown there by REptile. Could that be enough? No, and Sleepwalker trying to get back into this one. And now a nice elbow there to the face. And the arm wrench. And shoulder block by Sleepwalker. Sleepwalker trying to stay back into this one. They run into each other. And another great takedown by REptile. That could be enough. Is it? 1, 2, 3. Almost a 3 count. Just a 2.5. And a nice sweep of the leg there. Trying to keep REptile at bay. And another kick to the lower back of REptile. And now working on the arm again of REptile. REptile now countering. Gets a punch to the gut. And a spine buster of his own! REptile with a huge spine buster! Man, that could have knocked him out. That could have also knocked the wind out. 1, 2, 3! Almost a 3 count again! Almost got it again. Now REptile has the back of Sleepwalker. What's he got to do here? Sleepwalker elbowing the head and gets out of REptile's grip. And battle of strength again. What's going to happen? REptile has his arm. Now picking him up. Bear hug! Wrenching on the ribs. Could this huge submission maneuver? And Sleepwalker's tapping out. Sleepwalker tapped out. REptile wins this one by submission. REptile dominant all match long. Man. But there was very nice counters by Sleepwalker. Do not get me wrong. Sleepwalker had another impressive showing. Until, well, after this happened, they all got derailed. And man. Just driving the head into the mat. Like the corner of the mat. It's not like that's gonna hurt any less, folks. And if you see how he lands, the neck could contort and he could break vertebrae. And here, look how close. Watch how close. That close to almost winning. But then REptile got him in the bear hug. Most likely pushing the ribs against his body and probably snapping them in half. REptile, a very strong competitor, part of the Brothers of Execution. Again, probably one of the most dangerous members of the Brothers of Execution is REptile now showing his respect to the crowd, but REptile really loves the fans of NKW. Man, what a match. Great match by both competitors. REptile coming out with this one, though. Now, I'm hearing now that in backstage, Nick is talking to Mr. Franklin in the locker room area, so let's go backstage now and figure out what's going on. But again, great match by REptile, but now let's go backstage and find out what's going on. Nick had a very impressive showing last week in our first ever steel cage match as he beat Jason in a very, very big upset in my opinion. And whoa, that's a statement for Nick to put it. Uh-oh. Why is Mr. Franklin pointing behind him? Uh-oh. And Beast does not look happy from what he just heard. Oh man! Nick trying to get out of the locker room. What a match! Mr. Franklin making a tables match versus Beast versus Nick coming up next. You do not want to miss this one.